Welcome back to Giant Monster Games! I'm Adrian, and today we are playing our Budget Hydras deck. What do we think of this opening hand? I think it's fantastic. This is like the absolute best thing we could actually hope for in a starting hand. We're going to keep this. I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. Sorry about that. Well, I'm back. Okay. What is our opponent playing? Oh, yeah, by the way, check it out. I got a Hydra's, a little avatar down here. That's pretty rad. Just skip it to our opponent to our turn. And our opponent plays an Elvis Mystic. So I'm assuming our opponent is playing either a ramp deck of some sort or playing elves. Let's find out. It's not quite what we wanted, but we will play it because we're going to play Hardened Scales right away, which is going to give a lot of these things a ton of value. Which also means at this case, we're going to be getting Managorger Hydra out on turn 3, almost guaranteed. And let's ship it back to our opponent, see what they think. See if they have a way of dealing with this. 99% chance they don't. Most decks don't have a way of dealing with enchantments or artifacts like in the main deck. Aether Hub. That's interesting. Our opponent might be playing a budget deck as well, because I don't think Aether Hub... Oh, maybe Aether Hub is expensive right now. I know it was really cheap and then was really expensive, and then I think it went back to being cheap again. I don't know. We'll see. I know because it was being played in Standard when it was being played in the Pummeler deck. Weaver's not. So it looks like we're seeing the modern... energy deck. So I'm assuming he also has Whale, and he's going to be basically trying to go like infinite, is my assumption. What deck he's playing. It's just kind of cool. This is a cool like budgety kind of deck as well, especially if you're playing, have been playing a lot of Standard, then you have a lot of these cards. So cool deck. Cool to see where we're playing against it. Not very common that we see that we're playing against it, because it's not hyper competitive in the modern scene unless you're... Actually, it's not just hyper-competitive in general, but again, I mean, it's probably on par with most of the decks we're playing anyway, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, we are waiting on our opponent, by the way. I'm just kind of sitting here. He has a green mana in his mana pool, and he's just thinking what he wants to do. Okay, he's going to combat. Gonna ship us right through, I'm assuming. And we're not playing anything. We don't have anything to play, so go to our turn and draw another swamp. That's kind of rough. Well, I guess what we could be doing is... play down the swamp, whatever. And what do we think? Feral Hydra or Mistcutter Hydra? Feral Hydra, I think, is a little bit better value for us. Mostly because we can actually be making it bigger down the road. Obviously, next turn we're going to play Managorger Hydra. And then after that we'll be playing... Oh, but this guy has haste. We should have played Mistcutter. Oh well. Too late now. Too late now. It's okay. Yeah, I guess because realistically, Feral Hydra... I mean, the thing is, if we get to turn 4, we can put another two counters on Feral Hydra. So it's kind of 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. But then he may also have a blocker by then, so... Yeah. Okay, so blue. So I am, again, guessing he has that whale. There's a couple other cards. I can't remember what else is in this deck. I'm not super remembering everything that's in it, but it's basically a deck that's aiming to go infinite off of with energy, basically doing a whole bunch of damage as well. Or no, not infinite. He's gonna bring in like a whole bunch of giant whales, or something along these lines. We'll see if he actually does it, because that'd be really kind of cool for you guys to see that deck in play as well. I've never actually played it. I've just seen it actually. I think I saw it actually on Saffron Olives, one of Saffron Olives' videos, MTG Goldfish, because he did a video on it. I think it might have been a standard deck tech. Maybe it was modern. I don't remember. It's been too long ago. My memory isn't this good. Sometimes it's okay, but not right now. And he is what? He gets the Scry 2, comes into play, gets a bunch of mana. So he's sitting on 6 energy now. And is going to go to our turn. I'm assuming. I mean, he doesn't have anything else to play. So our turn, and this is going to be kind of fun. So let's play down our forest. It sucks that we've just drawn non-stop lands, I will say. We're going to go to combat, swing with the Feral Hydra, see what he has to say about that. I'm assuming he doesn't have much to say about it, because there really isn't a whole lot to say about Feral Hydra swinging in, because he either chump blocks for 1 or takes 2, which neither are really going to be game changer at this point. And then we're going to play Managorger Hydra, and see what our opponent has to play, because I don't think he just flickers the creatures. I think he actually maybe... I can't remember. If he's casting those creatures, this is going to get giant. If he just gets to play them, then not so much. So fingers crossed that he's actually going to be casting all the like giant things he's about to start casting. That's my hope. This is my deep hope. We'll find out. Scry 2, then draw a card, then get 2 things. Yep. I need to set this so it auto yields. I forgot to do that. Because I don't really want to be having to say yes. I understand we're getting counters on it every time. And because we have Hardened Scales in play, this guy gets 2 counters every single time someone plays a spell. So that is super funny. Fingers crossed, though. Fingers crossed that we'll actually draw into another spell, because we should be able to play anything. Literally whatever. As long as we draw another spell, we should be able to play it. Because we need 2 for this. Oh no, never mind. If we draw another 3-drop spell, then not so much. What is he doing? He's obviously not going to swing in, because we'll just trade up, which is good for us. Go to our turn, Doomblade. That's pretty rad, actually. Well, let's play down the swamp. Let's... The thing is, we can... What do we think? If we play Mistcutter Hydra, we might as well play we don't have enough mana to put a counter on him and play Mistcutter Hydra. That'd have been rad. What is better, though? I think Mistcutter Hydra just on 1? Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. Mistcutter Hydra on 1. Next time we're going to Doomblade. Probably his Elvish Mystic. Get rid of 1 extra land that he has, because at this point, he's probably needing a fair amount of mana. I'm assuming he needs a fair amount of mana just to kind of fire off and get going. So, yep. Then we're going to go to combat. Begin combat. Swing with everything. And then, depending on how he blocks, we're going to just play Doomblade and destroy his Mystic. Because this is what I'm assuming is going to happen. Okay, blocks. Does he have any blocks? Not a bad idea for him to block one of these 2 guys. Looks like no. Okay, well, we'll have to blow up this guy. And to get tokens on this, I'm going to go to auto yield. Always yield. Blowing up his Elvish Mystic, which also gets us counters, which means we're swinging in with a 7/7 and a 2/2 and a 2/2. Neat. Fun how this game's playing out. So that's a good solid, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? That's 11 damage. So next turn we are swinging for lethal. Does our opponent manage to go off? Does our opponent have it? Do they have it in hand? Let's find out. Because they may have enough to actually do their thing right now. They have a ton of mana, or they have a ton of energy. So playing another Mystic. Gotcha. Okay, well that's fine. Mystic comes into play. He's going to draw a card. So what is this? This, you can gain some life. So that's kind of cool. Oh, enters battlefield. You may gain 3 life and gain puzzle. And he also can technically sack it and get some life as well. And this isn't allow him scry. So he doesn't actually have the thing he needs right now to like just dump a bunch of stuff. So I don't see how our opponent gets out of this, is my personal opinion right now. Again, if we draw another card, yeah, he's going to play another spell. We get another 2 counters. Just keeps getting bigger. Managorger Hydra is the best card. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying in the deck tech. That Managorger Hydra, like, is one of the best cards in this deck. It just does so much legwork because it just gets out of control. Especially once we have, like, a Hardened Scales or, like, a Winding Constrictor. It just gets out of control. Like we played it 2 turns ago, and it's now an 11/11. Fun times for our opponent. Yes. So, our opponent scoops it. Oh, and he scoops the game entirely, not just the match, or not just the game, he is scooping the entire game. Well, sorry I didn't get to play a 3-rounder, I guess our opponent knew that they were not about to win against this deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for tomorrow, where we are going to be playing some more Managorger, or some more Hydras. More Hydras! We're playing Hydras tomorrow. Okay, don't forget to game like a giant monster.